Hello, I thought I would make a sketchbook tour since some of you would like to see it, and I thought I would use this sketchbook. It's not full, this is why I called it a small sketchbook tour. I don't think I will use it anymore, but I will get to that in a minute. First of all, I made this sketchbook from a vintage book and a cheap notebook, and I have a highlight on my personal Instagram about the whole process, but I basically took the vintage book cover and put inside a cheap notebook, so it's just plain white pages, and I'm pretty positive you can actually make something like that successfully. But for me it didn't work because I used really cheap glue. I used hobby glue and a notebook that was obviously not a sketchbook, so the paper wasn't good and I couldn't carry it around. The cover was starting to look bad and I really liked this cover, so I didn't want to destroy it. The paper was also not suitable for drawing. I couldn't erase anything too much and it wasn't good with ink or watercolors, especially not watercolors. But yeah, I was always that kid who never had money to get anything really fancy, so I always tried to get the cheapest things. But a few months ago I started working, so I finally had a bit more money to spend and get a bit better art supplies. But I really like the whole idea of a unique and fully personalized sketchbook, so I really want to do that in the future with a moleskin, I don't know how it's pronounced, sketchbook and more durable cover. So yeah, basically I just got finally a good sketchbook and I realized how bad this one was. I just don't want to use it anymore. But anyhow, this is the small sketchbook tour. I hope it's good enough for you to watch. The cover is a deer drinking from a lake, which I thought was the prettiest thing ever, and it's also why I chose this book cover. And when you open it, you already see how it's broken, but yeah. And I have my email in case I was going to lose it, and this is a flower I pressed. It's from wild strawberries, and up there is when I started the sketchbook. And this is my first page. I normally never draw the first page of a sketchbook, so that's weird. And this is the first drawing I did. I actually tried to use some golden watercolors I have, and it's when I realized how bad this paper with water is. It was pretty sad. But yeah, the next one though is a page from the actual book. It was literally a vintage book. It's really old. I decided to do a deer on it. And then there's Lilith. It's a person I found on Instagram and I think she's extremely interesting. I wanted to draw her. These are some studies from flowers, dried flowers I had. Nothing interesting really. And this is a drawing from a goat on a mountain, which was standing there for hours, and I really want to draw it. These are some school studies from a school I have. And here are some studies of faces I saw on Pinterest. I first did the two upper ones and then the two on the bottom. Actually what I do is I start something in one page and then I continue the next one and then I come back. Here's a drawing from a house that I actually didn't like, so I covered it with some paper that I wanted to use afterwards, but I never did. And here's a drawing I did on another sketchbook and I put it on here. I do a lot of collage things, and the background is with watercolor I think, which turned out bad looking, and the back looks like, I don't know, like mold, maybe. And then there's some mushrooms. It was fall, so a lot of mushrooms everywhere. And here's my friend Celine. I did a drawing for her with plants and everything because I think she's cool. And I did the same pose as the other drawing from the other page. And some mushrooms from it's from the first video I had on YouTube. And some things I did on Inktober, although I never finished it. But anyway. And this is another page of a bird, dead bird. I have a video on that if you want to see. And yeah, some other Inktober things I want to put in here. I actually started drawing on other sketchbooks and then just putting them inside here because I didn't like the paper. Yeah, some sketches and some ink things. That's actually when I started really liking doing this kind of lettering, which I use afterwards a lot. But yeah, then it's just empty. And there's nothing inside here. It's just some pages in case I want to draw on them. And that's basically it. I hope it wasn't too small for you. Now I have this sketchbook though. It's a Moleskine. I really don't know. But yeah, I don't have a first page. And there's just pages, blah blah. Just quickly, don't look too much. I'm gonna do a tour when I finish it. But this paper is a lot better. Like, I love this paper. But that is everything. I hope you enjoyed. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, wasting your time with me. But yeah, hope you have a great day.